comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that.
The Tailgate Talks, Season 2, Episode 15. We appreciate you and your continued support. And if you are not caught up, please catch up because Josh finally got videos uploaded.
Yeah, I did. Only took me a whole day.
It only took him a whole day, but we appreciate him for doing that. Eventually, he's going to show me how to do it. He keeps saying he's going to show me how to do it.
Dad, can you come play with us? No, back the fuck off. I have to upload videos.
A day or a month and a half?
Dude, it was... You know what? I'm just going to show you guys how to do it.
I asked you to show me how to do it.
And then it doesn't work, and what happens? I have to wait another fucking hour for the thing to upload. It's just, it's rough, man.
Oh, so you get caught scrolling? Darn.
No, I walk away, and then I come back and check it. It's like, oh.
What do you do while you're away? Were you jerking off?
No, I was like making dinner.
Oh, see,
Like,
we're still...
Yeah, multitasking.
productive.
And then you
Fine.
forget. And then you forget and come back.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we're back. We appreciate it. We're gonna start how we normally start, -1. Can't find the rhino, so I'm gonna order some of that while we're
Might
sitting
not
here.
be street legal. They might have banned
They
it.
might have banned it. Either way, we'll have smelling salts back next week.
Yeah.
Cheers, sugar-free Red Bull. Here we go. Wow.
That is a lot harder when you got the chicken cutlet in the throat.
Yeah, we just absolutely dummied a couple sandwiches from Joe's Italian.
Jesus
Chicken
Christ.
cutlets, they were so good. But hey,
Hard roast.
we're back. Little different episode this week because I don't know if you guys know this, the Lions
They had a bye week.
were on a bye week. They didn't play this week.
Because they're just so
They're
fucking good.
They're so good. So, yeah.
I gotta break him.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Man, you really just passed right through that. Mine's sitting.
I wasn't
Whew.
feeling that full from lunch, but now I feel it.
There it is.
Boy, is it there.
Alright, so we're going to start this baby off right. We got the chug, no rhino. We're going to spin it, and I'm going to be the first one to spin it in 25.
Oh, fuck, we didn't do this last week. Oh,
Yeah, we did. We took 25.
Sorry, yeah, I forgot about the technical difficulties last time.
Oh, where's the music? Louder.
Here we go.
27.
You guys go first. I forgot a game.
There's some good running backs out there.
7?
27.
20, yeah, I'm trying. DB?
What was?
Basketball. No, it's 27. Oh, there it is.
Bless you.
There it is.
There's one that's in my head, and I'm trying to make sure that was his number.
See,
before.
is it almost better to get a number like this to make us look stupid?
No, it isn't. There's a baseball player. Really good outfielder. Never won anything, but he was a generational player.
Mine,
Mike Trout.
not. Yeah, that's it. But for me, it's Eddie George in college. I don't know why the big Ohio State 27 is what. That's why I said running back. It pops in my head first.
With big fucking pads?
Yeah, and
He
they also
was,
have like the big, oversized numbers too, like they always did.
This can't be right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Yeah, Trout's a good call.
Ooh.
What? No way. He didn't wear this.
Who? Big Poppy?
Poppy?
I don't remember. Vlad Guerrero.
Well, he was 30.
There's a lot of
Vlad Guerrero,
fit for the
senior.
Twins too.
Carlton Fisk, Eddie George.
Vladdy.
Vlad Guerrero's a good one.
And it was an angel.
Fred McGriff. A lot of baseball players.
Eddie George,
27 apparently.
Steve
Oh,
Atwater.
Jose Altuve. That's true. He does it.
We're on the same thing.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Ooh, Catfish Hunter.
I wouldn't have came up with any of them. Eddie George is the only one that popped in my head.
Who names their kid Catfish?
Jose Batista. Catfish? That fucking guy got catfish. His fucking mustache catfish somebody. Holy.
Shout out to Catfish Hunter.
Catfish, that stash is special.
I thought, oh, you can have mustaches.
Yeah.
You can't have anything else.
You can't grow a stash like that anymore. I can anyways. But
Yeah, can you do that for us?
grow a mustache?
Yeah, just a stash.
Yeah, I'll do it. You know, it's gonna take a couple weeks, but yeah.
That's fine.
Alright.
Just, I want it to hear.
It's like a park bench.
Yeah. Look like Cali in Mexico.
Next year, I'll do it again.
Bautista?
Como estas? All right. Well, 27. I think Eddie George wins, but I like Mike Trout was pretty good. Vlad Guerrero was pretty good.
Trout's pretty good. Rudy Gobert.
Ooh, loser.
He's a loser, but I'm trying to find another sport. I was really digging.
A lot of baseball. A lot of baseball.
All right, so we're going to start things like we normally do. We didn't really have much to talk about Michigan because they haven't played in a few weeks. But what do we think about how the playoffs have gone so far? Do we think the Final Four, because that's where we're at, was that the best 4 teams? And what do we think about the finals? So obviously I can start. I mean, Notre Dame, Ohio State was the teams I didn't want there the most.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
But they're both there. I don't think they got the top 4 teams. I don't think Penn State was worth anything. And who's the other one? I'm missing. Notre Dame played who?
Well,
Notre Dame played Penn State.
here's the thing. It
Well,
panned
Texas,
out. It panned out the way it was going to
Texas.
play. I'd like to see a Texas Ohio State national championship. That would have been the national
Well-
championship. That would have been more fun to watch. Or Oregon.
I mean, my thing is if
The shitty part was Oregon and Ohio State having to play in the first round. That's just
If-
it's really dumb.
if
in my opinion.
Oregon loses the Big Ten championship and they're in that spot, it would be
100%.
It would be Oregon because they beat SMU and Boise.
That was the. I mean,
It sucks that that's the way that it happens, but I
Hey,
mean,
congratulations! You have to play a team that you already played this year and is also really good.
Yeah.
it's wild, and we talked about it prior though that it was shaping up that it was
The 5
better-
seed, right?
It was better being the 5 or 6 seed, and we
Right.
saw exactly why. The 3 and the 4 seed were SMU and Boise State, and let's be honest, they were actually ranked 10 and 12. So they weren't the 3 and the 4 seed.
Right.
So if you're the 5 or the 6,
well, all the low seeds lost the first round.
well, if you're the 5 or 6, you got to play the 11 and the 12
Mhm.
at home. That's a cakewalk. So who did they get? Penn State got to
And-
walk.
And I feel like the 5 seed compared to the 12 seed in NCAA football is very different.
Yeah. So
Very different.
Notre Dame, they got to play Indiana. Penn State got to play SMU.
Yeah.
So just like that. Now I said SMU in the 4 seed. It was Arizona State, but
Correct.
Arizona State and Boise State both were actually 10 or 12 seeds.
Mhm.
So if you're Penn State or Notre Dame, you got to open at home versus SMU and Indiana. Let's be honest, decent teams you should win easy if you're capable of being
Yep.
in it. They did.
Mhm.
And then you get to play you get to play those 2 teams you mentioned, Arizona State and Boise State.
Yep.
Easy.
While Oregon, the 1 seed,
Is
is
playing.
playing Ohio State.
Hey,
And
congratulations
Georgia,
on
the
winning
2
this
seed.
conference.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So it's just
And Texas after that.
yeah, they're gonna
Yeah. It just sucked.
take a look at that, and it's wild because we saw it before it even happened.
Right.
That was such a good place to be.
It's funny because I think the NFL and college playoffs are so close right now. Like the same thing happened with Minnesota in the NFL, right? Like they're gonna end up, hey, you won your division, great, you get a playoff spot. However, it doesn't mean that you're a top 4 team.
Yeah.
It's just like the NFL. It doesn't mean you get a home game
Mhm.
because you made the playoffs.
Well,
Like you have to reseed
Yeah.
at some point.
as much as I hate to say it, though, Ohio State goes in here with their head down because they lost to Michigan,
Say that again.
and they beat. I mean, if they win the Natty, they beat 3 really good teams.
Yeah. And I mean,
I mean, it sucks,
yeah.
but like Notre Dame didn't.
Yeah.
Ohio State beat 3 good teams.
What's laughable now though is like I see stuff going around. Oh yeah, we won more college football playoff games than you've won in the last 10 years. It's like first year of the 12-team format.
Right, shut the
those
fuck up.
numbers. Those numbers are going to get padded a lot. But yeah, I mean, as far when you really break it down, look at Ohio State season. Yeah, I mean they beat every team that beat them except one, and that's impressive. They beat Oregon. They walloped Tennessee.
Yeah, they beat the doors off.
That Texas game was what I expected. I said all along, people, does Texas have a chance? Yeah, they have a chance because I saw what Texas did to Michigan.
It's also early on.
Like, where did
Couple
that
bounces,
game-
man.
Like, where did that
You-
game plan
you-
go?
Can Ewers throw anymore? What happened to him? Man?
So he got hurt mid-season and
Yeah.
he came back.
He
He
never
just
went
never
back.
had it back.
But that screen pass before half, like that was a 7-7 game, and for that to happen before half was a huge swing, and then obviously the strip sack at the end. So like, Texas got to be kicking themselves pretty hard for that.
Yeah.
Well, that was we were at X Golf fucking watching the game, and we're like, all right, cool, it's gonna be a tie ball game at halftime, and we look up and Ohio State's celebrating. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the
happened?
fuck just happened?
I didn't see the play at all. I was taking a swing.
How-
Like, what the fuck? I thought they
How
were gonna.
you like? And it was a
It was,
screen.
I mean,
Texas
but-
thought the same
Screen.
thing. They caught him sleeping. Texas
So-
thought they're just gonna probably be conservative going to half, and yeah, I mean, just
What
wild.
was there 30 seconds left?
yeah, if that,
It's nuts.
And then,
Jesus.
so going into the final, we got Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Yep.
Do you think this is a game that Ryan Day tries to pull off the Schwantz and measure it up and tries to play big boy ball against Notre Dame? Or does he do what he should do and lean on his playmakers and
If Michigan
play
wasn't,
fast?
if Michigan wasn't a learning lesson for him, shame
That's
on
what I
him, and
was gonna
he shouldn't be there. So if he loses this game, they're fired. He's fired.
Right.
In my opinion, I think he's gone.
Yeah, if you would have told me prior that he makes a national championship and loses, is he gonna get fired? I'll tell you now, but to Notre Dame, quite possibly. And it's like they play very similar to us. Notre Dame plays a very similar brand of football that Michigan does.
Yep.
Offense and defensively. Ohio State should be able to look at the game plan and just say, hey, everything we tried against Michigan, don't fucking
Don't do that.
And yeah, so we'll see. I'm curious.
Me too.
But ultimately, I think the same thing I thought going into the Michigan game. Will it be tough? Yeah. Will Ohio State bust a play or two, and will it probably be the difference? It probably will. But as we learned with Michigan, and as we've seen with Will Howard, and you put him in a spot, you put him back against the wall, anything can happen. So Notre Dame hangs. It could be a great game. I expect that. So.
Yeah. Great defense, Notre Dame, right?
They do have a really good defense.
Their quarterback play is suspect, right?
He's a runner.
Right? And it's almost same game plan. I think you're spot on.
Yeah, so it's similar.
I think you just get the ball to your playmakers and stop trying to be what you are not.
To lose.
It's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose for
I
us.
mean, Notre Dame is the lesser of two evils, right? If you had to.
Yeah, there's only two teams in the country I'd root for Notre Dame, and that's if they're playing Ohio State or Michigan State.
It's really a lose-lose for us in this office, because if Notre Dame wins, we gotta hear fucking Rocca.
Yeah.
And if Ohio State wins, actually, you know what? To me, it doesn't matter if Ohio State wins, because you lost to a 7-5 Michigan football team that you were a 20-point favorite at home. I mean, good for you for winning a national championship. That's great, but you still lost the
How
game.
much they pay on their team this year?
Like 30 million or something.
Yeah, I think they said 20 mil was the number to retain what they had and to bring in the transfer portal. I don't know total across their roster though, it's probably more. But I look at them a lot like I look at Michigan last year. Which is why it was so funny that we beat them. They brought back everyone. They said they had 3 goals. They were 0 for 2 on the first 2. It was win the Big Ten and beat Michigan. They can still win the third one, and they're acting like they don't care about the first 2, which I understand the third one's the biggest, but at least we get to take a little joy knowing deep down that even if they win it, they didn't get the other
Yeah,
ones.
they
But-
get the other two because of us.
Yeah,
Right.
but I try to look at deeper too, like in the recruiting and all that stuff. That's why I don't want Ohio State to win.
But Notre Dame's still there too.
Yeah, and that's
They're-
the thing is they're
That's why Texas was the best chance, because they're
yeah
further away from us.
completely different region,
Yeah.
different pool of players. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, is Notre Dame still a top 10 recruiting?
They're there.
I haven't.
Well,
I don't really pay attention to Notre Dame, right?
They're
So-
there, and all this publicity and Marcus Freeman and everything. I think it's just gonna make them. For a while they've been there, and I'm just like, why?
Well,
why?
that's
Why?
oh,
Well,
yeah.
now it kind of.
I will say, I don't love Notre Dame, but Marcus Freeman's a good football coach.
Yeah.
In my mind, I think he's a really good football coach. He's got a great football mind. And he's got his kids playing for him, which is,
half the battle.
half
man.
the battle.
Yeah, they back them.
Get the boys going.
Anything else you want to add for college football?
I'll just say, side note, Michigan did it last year. Everybody came back to win a national championship. They did it. Ohio State did it this year. I don't know if you saw the news. Penn State, the quarterback and both running backs are slated to come back, and a lot of people expected all 3 to go. So,
Yeah.
curious to see how that plays out and if they do stick around. I know Eller put something out there about depending on where he may get drafted, he could still go. But I'm looking in the future, and I'm like, kind of happy Penn State's not on the schedule next year. But
I
we'll
mean,
see.
also, so last thing on it, you look at NIL. Weird how your SEC teams aren't making it anymore when everyone else is
all of a
doing
sudden
it.
everyone's getting money.
Yeah,
Everyone's on a level.
everyone's on
playing
the
field.
same level now. It's open more, and it's funny that
There's the top level of it. Everyone's getting paid. There's also the next level of it where I think if you were a 4 or 5 star kid, you would be more apt to go be a backup in the SEC in the past system. But now you're taking that money to go be a starter somewhere else.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
man, you're seeing the parity.
yeah, and those 3, 4, or even the 5 stars, they still talented, man, right?
All of a sudden, I mean, they're all,
Yeah.
a lot of these guys, they don't have a whole lot of ties to the college. They don't let's be honest, the tradition and stuff. A lot of that's kind of gone by the wayside. You don't have many like the JJ McCarthy types that committed early and recruited for years. But now you got these kids that their ultimate goal and their only goal is to be in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So Travis Hunter-esque, who cares if I go to Jackson State? I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna play for the coach Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to Colorado. I can play both ways. I'm still gonna get drafted. Kids are gonna see that and be like, do I want to go somewhere where I'm gonna start right away and be a star, or do I wanna? So
Also, I think too, like yours is the perfect example. Do you go to the NFL or do you stay for another year? Because you're going to play as a college athlete.
Yeah.
You're gonna make $3 to $6 million.
You're gonna make more your senior
Right.
year than you would
It is.
your
It
rookie
is.
year.
It is only 1 year, but is he gonna be an NFL quarterback?
he will be.
I mean,
think, but
you know what I mean?
Backup.
You know what I mean?
I don't see
He's-
him as a starter. Not after what he finished with.
Correct.
I think for him,
So-
another year of development and
so-
trying to get better.
Yeah. So you're seeing those 5, 6, 7 year.
Yeah.
Whatever, redshirted, whatever. You're seeing those guys stay in there. Which is that better for the NCAA having a Bo Nix or something like that in the league? Back how long has he been in the fucking league? Or in
And now he's going to Miami.
yeah, and now he's playing in Miami. You know what I mean? So those players go in there and can move around. And I mean,
I thought
they
of
they
it-
would have been in the NFL already.
I thought of it a few years ago with Hunter Dickinson. Like he's the type, great college player.
Ninth year senior.
Stetson Bennett at Georgia was very
Yeah.
similar. Where
Yeah.
awesome college player might not be
No.
a great pro, but yeah, you saw Stetson Bennett stay and win another national
Yeah,
championship. You saw
right.
Hunter Dickinson is on year 5,
He's still in the league.
and
Or still in
yeah, and 3 full years in Michigan. He got the COVID year, 2 full years with Kansas.
Yeah.
And he's whether you like it or not, he's a great college basketball player. Is he going to be a great pro? Probably not, but he's going to stay around and make his money, and that's I do think that's good.
You're
for
Tyler
college.
Hansborough.
Yeah, you got those
Dude
guys
was,
that are doing that.
dude was a
so.
dog, but couldn't do it in the NBA.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to transfer from the college playoffs, and we're not talking transferring the portal, to, you like that? To the NFL playoffs. Man, we had some games going on. Not a lot of great ones.
There
few
was
good ones.
There was one good one.
What did you think about Wild Card Weekend?
I mean, it wasn't very wild.
I think my biggest takeaway is the Green Bay Packers, who passed the baton from Favre to Rodgers. They ain't passing it to another Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't think Jordan Love's that guy that everyone thought he was going to be.
Not yet, but again, he's been dealing with injuries. He messed his elbow up last week.
I still think he makes mistakes that
I'm
saying Hall of Famer to Hall of Famer to
here's my thing is
not Hall of Famer.
and I don't think he is going to be the caliber of quarterback those two were. However, he was throwing to corpses.
Every receiver died.
That's
Every
true.
receiver.
That's
Christian
true.
Watson tore his ACL the week
That's
before.
Dobbs
got a concussion. He looked like he was
Jaden Reed
dead.
hurt his shoulder.
Jaden Reed hurt his shoulder. Now all of a sudden you got dudes that haven't played, that don't have timing with, and tight ends. That's why Kraft had like 15 receptions.
My overall take on Jordan Love is I completely agree, but I agree more based on what I saw throughout the season than what specifically I saw this past weekend.
Yeah.
And this past weekend was my takeaway from that game was, fuck man, the Eagles aren't that great. Like we've been fearing the Eagles for months now, and the Packers fumbled the opening kick return. The Eagles put 7 on them. Then all of a sudden it's a 16-13. If they make that field goal, the one that they missed, it's a 16-13 game late. How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
The
Green Bay
Packers
had-
did
yeah.
nothing.
Packers had a chance to win that game the whole way through.
Yeah,
The Eagles kept them in the game.
the Packers did nothing great the whole game, and they were still in it. I'm just watching like, holy shit, like this is the team. Okay, like maybe they make me eat my words in a couple weeks. I'll still be scared of them. It'll still be a great game if we make the NFC Championship versus the Eagles. Awesome, but right now I'm like, if they come out and play like that, and Stafford plays the way he does against the Vikings,
They're losing
they're
to the
in
Rams.
trouble.
Yeah.
Like the Rams defense looks so good too.
It
Like
does.
they got a lot of they got some work to do this week.
So that was one game I wanted to touch on. The Lions ruined Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Because I was watching that game and seeing how happy his feet were standing in the pocket. It was like he was seeing ghosts
Unreal.
again. Like he had time to throw, and like I know he got hit in the Rams game, but like
He broke the record for the most
Also,
yards,
when
sack
you-
yardage.
Did he really?
broke the record.
Also,
That's
but
insane.
when the Lions give you the blueprint of what to do, only a stupid coach doesn't take that fucking blueprint.
well, that's
and run with it.
speaking. You said blueprint, right? So remember that I told you that quote yesterday that Sean Payton said on Aaron Glenn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sean Payton said,
Yeah, touche.
you know, no words can help Aaron Glenn in an interview. What he did for 3 hours in that game speaks more volume than anything he can say to a GM or a program that's looking for a head coach.
Yeah, just play the Vikings game. This is what I need.
They
I mean, it was a I don't want to say flawless game plan, but it looked pretty damn near flawless, and the Rams did it.
I saw a joke,
Mhm.
just randomly. I saw a joke on Twitter that you know, if you guys, anybody that's been on Twitter, I know a lot of probably if anyone listening, they see it. The Vikings and the Lions fan base have been going at it all year. The Packers are in there a little bit too, but it's mostly the Vikings for some reason got some weird hard on for the Lions. They always compare Jefferson to St. Brown and Addison to JMO, and they just go on and on and on. And their big thing is they're the ones that kind of started the slot merchant thing for St. Brown.
Yep.
And I saw a joke after the Rams Vikings game. They said, "Oh, the reason the Vikings call St. Brown a slot merchant is because they're incapable of throwing a fucking slant. Like every single play for them that entire game looks so difficult. Like just get the ball to Jefferson, get the ball to Addison, get the ball to Hawk, do something. Instead, happy feet, backpedaling, and not only just taking sacks, taking 8, 9, 10, 12-yard losses for sacks. Like Darnold was a deer in the headlights.
I mean, I was rooting for Minnesota just because I wanted Darnold to get paid. And that was the big thing.
Yeah.
They're not paying him $40 million now.
After those two games,
It's not. I mean, it sucks. You won 14 games with this franchise in 1 year, and you're not even gonna get paid. Like,
If I'm Darnold,
See ya.
I'm like, hey, I'll take 35.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Please keep me.
but
Like,
but he'll go somewhere else. He'll be on the Raiders or the Giants or someone will grab him as a. But it's not going to be for that high price that he should have got if those two games didn't happen.
What's wild to me is that all year we watched the Vikings, we knew, like,
Mhm.
deep down we knew this what Darnold was. And all deep down we were like, I go back to that Packers game where we wanted them to lose, and we're just like, come on, like be who we know you are. You know? And he just every single time they found a way to win. They found a way to win. That game against the Seahawks, they found a way to win, and he made a play.
Yep.
And it was just like, holy shit! You start.
Is he good?
I started
Right.
started to believe in him.
Yeah.
I like before the Lions game. I was like making jokes. It was going to be a shootout. Blah 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 blah. Man, that's
Wrong.
Could you end your season with 2 worst games? Like, just crazy.
especially when you're on a contract here.
Yeah.
Just
He had everything to gain there, and it was right there. Boo.
and you lost
All
to
the
Rams.
dollars,
Missed it.
all those
Missed it.
dollars just
Lost
left.
Rams and Lions back to back twice.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. They only lost to Detroit and the Rams.
It was back to back
That's-
weeks. Early
that's-
back to back weeks.
That
late.
sucks, man.
Yeah, I mean every other game. I forgot Green Bay and Philly was close, but every other game kind of got it.
Yeah, we had the Washington
that
Bucks
was a great
games.
game. Those were two good
Good
games.
game.
But
We talked
I mean-
about it a little bit. We're both on the Baker train, and
I love Baker.
Baker made a couple mistakes and just didn't have enough time. They didn't get the ball back.
and that's
Yeah.
Washington just suffocated
I'm
their
not-
offense, and
I'm
they
not-
didn't have the ball.
right. And I'm not scared of Washington. I think we're a better football team. But the fact that they kept the ball away from Tampa and didn't let their offense back on the field.
Yeah.
Like they had like 4 10+ play drives.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the ball back. You can't. I mean,
My takeaway there was that I mean, there were some people that were the Commanders won and blah blah blah. It's like the Bucks lost that game when they fumbled that
Correct.
end around
Mhm.
snap.
Yeah.
And you can't have a team do 7, 8, 9 minute drive and then give it back to them on the second play like that in
That's
that type of game because they're playing keep away and that was the killer right there. Without that fumble, the Bucks win that game and they get
And we're playing the Rams.
I mean, I think this game's going to be the battle of the Dans, right? Campbell and
Quinn.
no, and is it Quinn?
Yeah, Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
I saw the stats that we're the two gone for on fourth down most teams in the
Mhm.
season. So
And if you we were looking at their games and what they won, and I think 9 of their wins they won in the fourth quarter. Like they've gone against adversity the entire year. And
Well, their last 6 games were won on the last play of the game.
that's insane. Like it's wild
That was
to,
I saw that.
to fucking
Saw
go
it
through
well.
that.
That's
yeah, they're battle tested.
they're battle tested. They
So,
got,
but they also haven't played something like what we are capable of, and it's going to be how ready are the Lions, and what are we going to get?
I don't know if it's going to be very hard to prepare for Ford Field. The Vikings tried to do it, and we still caused a bunch of. We should have had at least 5 delay game penalties. I think they ended up getting 2. That we tried. 5 offsides. Like
Right.
you can't prepare for something, no matter how hard you try with speakers and shit like that, playing loud music. You can't prepare for Ford Field.
And
It's a different animal.
Tampa, you could hear them chanting MVP chants for.
Oh no, that was half and
like,
half.
like that wasn't a home game. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a different animal.
I do laugh about them saying they want. I mean, what else are they gonna say? But they don't. They don't
What
know
the
what
whole? But we want
they
Detroit.
want Detroit. Like,
Yeah, that meme. You sure about this?
Did you watch that
You
video? I
sure
sent?
about that?
Did you
Yeah.
watch that video I
Yeah.
sent you? Bro,
You sure?
I was ready to go. Anytime I hear Penny Sewell in any video, I'm ready to pad. I'm ready to pad up.
He gets you going.
I'm ready to pad up and play. And I think, we'll get into the Lions, but
The only other game is
there was fucking
Texans
Baltimore.
flipped it on the Chargers.
Texans
Yeah.
flipped down the Chargers. Ended up being an ugly one-sided game.
That was
Baltimore was a one-sided game.
that's who the Texans were at the beginning of the year.
That's the thing too. Is
You know?
we expected the Chargers to win, sure, but that's based off what we saw from the Texans this season. But we also, at the start of the year, I'm picking the Texans to win that game by 2-3
Yeah,
scores.
absolutely.
And you know what?
They played well.
We saw it when we played at Houston, what they're capable of on a good day.
Defensively,
They don't.
especially. I mean,
Right.
D'Amico Ryans is a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is much more of a takeaway than what their offense did that game.
And that actually, I didn't see this because I didn't watch it. The Nickelodeon thing. Did you see that?
I did not.
Did you
know.
hear about it?
Slime.
So there was like this bubble,
Mhm.
and they put Harbs in this bubble. They're up 6-0.
Oh.
They put Harbs in this bubble, and it like ate them, and it like floated away with them,
Uh-oh.
and then they scored 30 points
Mhm.
straight.
Yeah.
So they're like Chargers didn't score since Harbs got put in the bubble.
Yeah. It was. That was an ugly game. The Buffalo game was ugly. That got out of hand in the second half.
I mean, I thought there was a chance, right? They went up 7-0 Denver,
Yeah.
and you're like, all right,
The Magic still.
Okay,
Magic
let's
still
go,
And
and
Josh
then
Allen did what
just-
Josh Allen does.
yeah.
Similar to Ravens Steelers, they just
That game,
just
that didn't even have a chance. That was like Detroit Ravens. It was over
Very
before it
quickly.
even started.
Yeah.
Very, very quick.
Lamar's doing Lamar things.
All right, so we can get in. We'll get into the lines because we all want to talk about it. And I'm gonna start off with the biggest thing I think around here that I bet you've been hearing is what is Montgomery's role gonna be for this week? People also saying that Monty isn't even needed. Gibbs has been having a better few games without Montgomery. What's your thoughts on that?
For me, it's going to be a dumbed down role of what he was doing before. He's going to be your tough yardage back, and I know Gibbs can be that. He showed he could be it the last couple of weeks. But if you want to win a Super Bowl, which we want to do, and we have our two-headed monster going, that just means Gibbs is fresh when he gets the ball in space.
So the only pushback, and this is in my thoughts, is that Gibbs in the game's averaging more carries without Montgomery.
Sure.
Yards per carry. And do we need Montgomery, or do we just let's let Gibbs cook, and if he's struggling, then bring him in?
Here's what they're going to go with the hot hand. It's just like in any athletic sporting event. Ben Johnson is an offensive genius for a reason. They did it all year before he got hurt. They went with the hot hand. Whether that's Monty. I mean, in that what game did he break that? Seattle Monday night when Montgomery broke that long catch. He fucking ran through somebody. And then he
And the last year too with the Chargers.
Well, that's the thing. He was hot, right? Gibbs is hot right now. We're gonna roll with Gibbs, but again, if Monty gets going, he's not going to be 100% because he's going to get surgery. He's not going to be 100%. But we do need a second back.
Well, it's almost like, again, the knee. If we let it rest another week, could that be better? Do we need him this week?
I think,
But you
you
look
know,
at it both ways. You
I know,
give Gibbs
I
that-
know, but Gibbs is only playing what 3 games, just him.
yeah, my
The
thought.
dude could take 4 games being the bell cow, right?
I think ultimately it's a flow of the game thing, but yeah, as far as like him coming back early, him waiting, I think we definitely ease him back in. For most of the season it was Monty first, Gibbs second.
Right.
I think it's definitely more even, 50-50, if not Gibbs first, Monty second in this case. Flow of the game as far as short yardage, goal line, maybe Monty gets the ball more. But ultimately, I think we do ease him a little bit back, and then we make that decision from there as far as what kind of workload are we going to, because knock on wood, we shouldn't need to be full go this week,
Right.
like, for both running backs.
So first series, we get the ball first. We're at our 40. We got a 4th and 2. Gibbs has been playing the whole first series. You put Monty over that 2-yard, right?
Here's what I love about Ben Johnson. If Gibbs has been playing that whole series, I put Monty in and I fucking play action. But that's because we need to get teams to the point where they respect him just like he's healthy, and vice
That's what I'm
versa.
saying.
So, yeah, in my head it's still Monty, but
I'm in the same boat. Put them on the field at the same time. We've done that before.
I mean, there's only been a handful, but that would be.
4th and 2,
I
you see
know,
2 of the best
I
running
know.
backs in the NFL.
Well, they talked about I don't know if it was today
Not to mention
or
they both can
yesterday.
catch.
They talk about the 2 of them, right? We got Sonic and Knuckles. They're barely on the field together, and then you look at other teams who have the duo, and it's like Henry and Lamar. Lamar's a quarterback, so he's there, but they're both on the field every play together. So you have both threats. It's the same thing with Philly. You got Saquon and you got Hurts. Golf, unfortunately, doesn't run the fucking ball, but I would love to have Monty and Gibbs out there at the same time.
Yeah.
And obviously, I get it. One's got to be resting while the other one's playing.
I'm pretty sure Goff's overhit for his rushing yards
Yeah,
this year.
I think so
Just
too.
saying.
and even that, I mean, Justice Hill and Gainwell get a lot of carries for both of
Correct.
us as well.
Correct.
If it's on Monty over Justice Hill and Gainwell, I like it.
Mhm.
I'm taking it.
No.
Yeah. As far as the game goes, I think there's going to be some frustrating moments where the Commanders they're a good offensive team. They're going to have some long drives. They're going to have some 3rd and 4th down conversions that might be a little upset about, frustrated, just But ultimately, the offense wins this game. I see it somewhere in the 30s to like a 34-20 type game, but.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. There will be frustrating moments. Jaden Daniels runs. We're notorious for not being great against a mobile quarterback. McLaurin is a really good wide receiver.
In the big picture, who do you guys see us playing in the Super Bowl if we make it? We're going to work backwards real quick. I got a hypothetical I talked about earlier.
It's going to be a rematch between us and Buffalo.
So who are the top 3 options that we could play in the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to
We all know the answer.
Yeah.
Bills, Ravens, Chiefs.
I think it's going to be the Ravens.
What do they all have?
A mobile quarterback.
Quarterbacks that can run. Who's the most likely team to play in the NFC Championship?
Eagles can move.
He can run. If anything, we take this game with Jaden Daniels as step 1 of whatever scheme Aaron Glenn wants to run in practicing. Because if we can get a little bit better this week against Jaden Daniels and a little bit better next week against Jalen Hurts, it sets us up in the best possible scenario to be the best we can be against mostly Lamar or Josh Allen. Because that's the way I'm comparing Jaden Daniels and
He is
Hurts in
Mahomes.
my head.
I mean,
Mahomes is the improviser, but I think we could look at these steps and it could be valuable in the overall defense and confidence and scheme to get to the goal we want to get to.
because I think they game planned so hard against Buffalo to not let Allen run.
Yeah.
That you could see we don't want.
Yeah, they contained.
And he still.
Well, he killed us with just buying time and buying
Correct.
time and buying
Correct.
time, yeah.
So I think that if we can contain them with our ends, which, again, we don't have people, trying to go above and beyond. Just do your job.
Yeah.
Contain.
Yeah.
Don't make moves inside. Don't do whatever. Just contain. And then we got a couple linebackers back that can float around a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I say because based off of, we talked about last week about how good the defense was against the
Yeah,
Vikings.
right. But he's
Let's face it, these next 3 games are going to be the complete opposite fucking
Mhm.
scheme. We're
And
not
he-
playing Sam Darnold.
and even if Eagles lose and you get staff,
Yep.
you can't blitz staff like that.
Yeah.
So the game plan is not going to be the same week in, week out.
Yep.
But it's pretty close for both of them. So. All right, so IR's positives, negatives. I think you briefly talked about it. We get anyone back?
I mean, Monty's coming back.
Monty's coming back. Is CD coming back? The broken jaw?
I know he said specifically Hutchinson, CD,
Unlikely.
don't count on him to come back. Yeah.
Unlikely to come back.
Which is kind of
For this week.
If I got a broken jaw, I feel like maybe I'll get out there. But they're saying he said for the whole thing, the whole run. Yeah. That being said, I'd like that. I said it last. I like that Campbell said that though, because if they make it back, they make it back. But it takes the pressure off of them, and it makes it. It's not an expectation.
Yeah.
Whereas
Now it's a want. Now it's a them wanting to come back, more of a we need them back.
It'd be a bonus. It's isolated, so it's not. We shouldn't be looking at this like, come on, Hodge, you should be ready. Come on, man.
Right.
I mean, the dude fucking shattered
Well,
his leg.
yeah.
I also think too is unfair. Hey, I mean not Hutch, but CD. Hey, you broke your jaw, and it's a 6-week time frame. It's 6 weeks. You should be back.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it's 6
like,
weeks until you.
Like what the fuck, man?
should
It
be
could,
healthy.
yeah, right.
Like it should be healed in 6
Yeah.
weeks. Not you're gonna feel
Not,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
not that you're gonna be, hitting people with your, your jaw there. So the other big topic that's been going around, other than running the ball, is the ticket prices for this fucking game.
Ridiculous.
So
I don't want to talk about it.
prices. This is the highest average sales ticket price for non-Super Bowl in NFL history. This isn't even the next round.
Yeah.
It's the highest.
It's not even the NFC Championship game.
What did you hear? What averaging? What price was it, Kelly?
980
Average was in
something.
the 900s.
900s.
Get in
and
the door was about 550.
for standing room or for tickets? I don't remember.
They're both pretty close.
So fucking.
Don just texted me. He found Lions released some more tickets. What did he say? He said standing room still not released. The Lions released some new tickets today. Cheapest I've seen is $430 plus fees. So you're looking at $530 to $550.
Yeah. That you saw. So I mean, I think my biggest thing, and you've been probably asked this a lot. You got tickets. You got it for. You already have them. They're in your pocket. You already have the next round, essentially in your pocket for a fraction of what they're going.
Yeah.
What would be the ticket price for you to sell yours?
What would someone have to offer me for me to
For
sell it?
you to get rid of, is it 1 or 2 tickets, Jeff?
I got a solo.
So solo ticket.
I paid I'm at the bare bottom season ticket price you can get in, because again we just get in and I usually get over the club level. But so I paid $140 for this round, which is awesome. Yeah,
To get in the door.
and again that's why I did it though. That's why I paid for the whole season, was for these games. But
What was your season total?
dude, my season total was less than what I could sell this ticket for.
Yeah. You pay for his whole season ticket.
It's
It was
11 games, right?
It was under $1,000.
Two.
Yeah, no, he could
It
pay
was
for
under
his
1,000?
entire-
For the
if he
season,
sold
it was
his
under
ticket,
1,000. Yeah.
If he sold this ticket, he'd pay for his entire season ticket.
Yeah, it was under 1,000, and then basically they add on the playoff games. So I think round one's 140. This next round, if we make it to the NFC Championship, it'll be like 165. So ridiculous. But what would I have to sell it for?
So knowing that you have the next round already, if they go, you already have a ticket.
Yeah. It's tough because, like, I could tell you $1,000, but I know in the back of my head that if I told you $1,000, I'd turn around and buy one of these ones for $450.
Correct.
And I'd be like, ha, I still gotta go. So I don't know.
And you're still positive. Huh?
Yeah, there isn't really like if there was a number for me, I'd have it on there right now because I think I could get it. That's how crazy the tickets are. But ultimately, like, so I'm in that boat where you guys don't know, but last year for the playoffs, we were in Phoenix for a real estate conference, the first round of the playoffs. So I couldn't go to the first game, the Rams game, and then I had a cruise booked for a year and a half. So day one of when we played the Bucks was day one of my cruise. So I watched that on a cruise ship, and then my last day on the cruise was the 49ers game. So all 3 playoff games weren't even really an option for me to go to. And I said, coming into the season, I said, I'm not doing that again. So this is going to be my first Lions playoff game. And that's why I wouldn't sell this week, and then obviously next week in the NFC Championship, that's the
Okay,
one.
that's the game.
And then that's, when we're talking about ticket prices, that's where my head goes to is, if they're expensive this week, what the fuck is gonna happen next week? And also, I go to the future, cause I'm a guy that, I go to a lot of concerts, I go to a lot of sporting events, that's part of like one of my favorite things to do. The ticket hike that we've seen the last few years with sporting events and concerts, this is unsustainable, bro. Like, what are we gonna be doing in 10 years? Like,
Correct.
Taylor Swift tickets are $4,000 or $5,000. What are we doing here?
My thing is just as like I understood last year with the prices.
But like
They haven't been here. They haven't done it. I get it. Everyone wants it. You think that would have gone down a little bit, but it hasn't. And if anything, it's gone up more.
And you try to, why? Like, and the Lions are fucking fun to watch, and it's a show, and it's such a cool thing to do downtown. But yeah, as this becomes more of a norm, say fast forward a couple years and make the playoffs regularly, does it level out?
we hope so.
I mean,
Where it scares me as far as it not leveling out though is the Lions set what they sell. I mean,
my thing too is everyone's complaining. Season tickets are going up. So stop paying fucking $4,000 for a ticket in the playoffs. They know they can get that fucking money.
that's what they're gonna have to do.
You know what I mean?
Because like, so example, last year, we got a buddy that always waits in the standing rooms. Last year, any game of the season, you could stand in room $80, and then towards the end of the year, $100, and then by like playoffs, or one of the bigger games late, it was maybe $150 for a standing room, and that was straight from the Lions. This year, start of the season was 100, immediately 150, next thing you know 200. The Bills game, when they released standing room for that Bills game, it was like 350.
Yeah, Vikings too, right?
Yep.
So Vikings game was that high too.
So if they were selling standing room for Bills and Vikings at 350, what do you expect them to sell them for now? So $500. So if that's the cheapest ticket to get in the stadium is $500 standing room, that sets the market for everybody else too. Like, these people paid X amount. If they're selling a ticket, they're selling for a reason. They want to make money. So
Well, we got money to play our coordinators now. Let's pay them more money.
Dude.
Right? Let's keep them around.
But yeah, no, I'm not selling it.
No.
I'm looking forward to it.
So $2,000. Someone gave you $2,000,
You did it again.
and you're not allowed to go.
Fuck you. You can't tell me I can't.
I'm
go.
telling you.
I'll take it.
For the game,
I'll take it.
$2,000,
Yeah, $2,000.
and then you have a great time next week.
$2,000, I'd go downtown with my friends. I'd be like, yeah, this is great. I can't wait for the game. And I'd probably like disappear for a minute.
Well,
And then I
So like what you normally do?
reappear post game and just be like, yeah,
No,
great.
that's mid game. That's Monday night mid game.
Yeah, lose your phone.
Hey, that's only.
He didn't lose it. It was in my back pocket.
It's not for big games.
He kept fucking dropping
Yeah,
it.
big games you're focused. I get you.
Yeah,
You're locked.
100%.
Yeah, not big games. I watch his soul slowly leave his body.
That was a party. That was the first Monday night game downtown in a long time.
Yeah, Oakland.
Raiders, yeah.
Oh,
Or
fucking-
not Oakland. You know,
So
you know.
I don't know why he gave me his. Why did you give me your phone?
You took my phone.
I did not take your phone. You,
You
handed
just
it
said
to
You
me.
just have
You
issues
just
with
said it out
phones
loud.
while
I
you're
kept
drinking.
dropping it. So you
Oh, that's
took
right.
it.
You did. He kept dropping
And
it.
I said to give it back to me, and I said I'm gonna walk away. And
You didn't say give it back to me. I turned around. You were gone.
He was doing I'm not gonna give it back to you because you keep dropping it, and I was doing I'm stubborn. You're not giving my phone. Well, fuck
That
it.
was
I
it.
walked off.
You were a toddler,
And
and
next
you were.
thing you
So,
And I did say I'm going back to the bar we were drinking at before the game.
But no one heard it.
I think they heard it because that's where they knew to go look for me.
I don't know.
But
I knew
then
to
I
go-
got sidetracked.
Bro, thank God
And-
he had his watch on because I was able to pull up his watch app, and I tracked that motherfucker's watch, and he was his path. I'm like, what was he doing over there?
So
Why is he there?
what
That's
had
not
happened?
Fishbones.
What had happened was
Oh boy.
there's these placards in downtown Detroit that I was on a mission, so they had my dad's initials on them. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me down to Tigers games, and this is aside from how drunk I was, which was very, but my dad always said he wanted these placards. He wanted one of these because they're these cast iron things with his initials. So I took one years ago from Detroit, found it randomly, and then my brothers. I want one. So I got 3 older brothers. So I was like, so I had it stored in my head. If I come across one of these things, I'm gonna take it. I swear to God, I walk out of that Lions game again, obliterated. But my plan is to go back to the bar. That's where they're gonna find me. And on the way to the bar, I see one hanging off. I grab it. And I'm like, oh hell yeah! Now, what am I gonna do? Walk around with this cast iron placard? The thing weighs 30 pounds. So my first thought is, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to the truck to drop it off. we parked somewhere I never parked before because it was Devo's buddy's parking lot.
Yeah.
So I make my
Free
way
parking.
all the way to this parking lot. Mind you, on the way I find another one. So now I got two of these things. Check. The last two I needed for my collection. I'm all pumped. It is probably 20 degrees. I get back to the truck. I can't get in the truck because I don't have keys. So my thought is I'm gonna leave it in the bed of the truck or by the tire and then go back to the bar. But it took me so long to get there that now I'm like, they might be headed here. I don't have a phone. I don't want to be stranded down here. I'm just gonna wait. So I literally
Sat next to the
waited by the
His
truck.
watch died too.
Yeah, waited by the truck for like an hour and a half. Because I was like, what do you do when you get split up from people? You meet back at the vehicle. You do not get left.
Go back to the starting point.
Yeah, so I waited for a while, and I was like, no phone, no nothing.
But I'll get home.
So I had a
eventually.
reason for the drunken wandering, but yeah, ultimately my thought was don't get left downtown without a phone.
I wouldn't have left you downtown.
I don't know. I
I've
don't know.
never left you anywhere.
What's funny is once I did get like my battery back, everyone, I was getting calls from people at Fishbones. I was getting like, where are you? I'm worried. Blah blah. And I was like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I promise. I'm okay. I'm actually pretty happy. I got these two plaques. I was pumped.
The night was successful.
I had a really good night, everybody.
That was good.
Last bit about the Lions is, I touched on it, coordinators. What do you think? They've both gone?
They both deserve to be gone. I mean,
for sure.
At the end
But
of the day, like,
Obviously, we hope that the band stays back together.
selfishly, of course we want them to
But
stay.
what are you really realistically thinking?
I still don't think Ben Johnson goes.
I don't think it
I
is
think
either.
Aaron Glenn goes in.
AG's
Saints.
gone.
Saints.
Yeah,
Me too.
it just makes sense. That's where he's from. That's where
Yeah.
he's familiar with, and it sounds like they like him a lot. But yeah, man, if I'm Ben Johnson, I'm holding out for one of these playoff teams to fire a coach or some great situation like that. Why the fuck would you be taking over like Patriots with Drake May? Well, that's intriguing. That's already taken. I'm not going to the Bears. Like,
So I was gonna say, what's the most intriguing position? You got Bears, Giants. No, not Giants. Jets.
Jets.
I think it's going to have to be a playoff coach getting fired. And if that doesn't
Raiders.
happen.
Yeah.
Raiders is mildly intriguing, but even that, where are they picking in the draft? Who are they going to add?
Right.
They need a quarterback.
Well, and that's the
So-
thing. The quarterbacks coming out of this draft aren't ones you're like,
Honestly, I think that
Cowboys could be intriguing, but
Chicago's probably they need O linemen. You go get 3 O linemen, that's a lot better team.
I think the problem with Chicago, from Ben Johnson's perspective, is the GM and the owner, like more than the team. You've seen how bad
So what if they say,
handle Eberflus.
hey, you bring Spielman, he'll be our GM.
So the running joke right now, and I've heard that it's actually legit, is that Ryan Poles, the GM there, is trying to kind of push away from Ben Johnson
Yep.
because he knows if they do get Ben Johnson, he's gonna
He's
100%
gone.
go.
Bless you.
Yeah.
He is gone.
So yeah, he's like,
I mean,
don't bring Ben Johnson.
but,
You do that.
but you can say the same thing with Dallas, though, right? Who wants to work for Jerry?
The thing with Dallas, and the only reason I think that it could be intriguing, is that I could see Jerry Jones writing him the biggest check
Correct.
to be like, hey man, what do you want? You want full control? You want to be the GM? Not full control because we know it's Jerry Jones.
But he'll tell him he has full control and then not do it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he'd still be the owner. He'd still be over top of you. But it's like, who do you want to bring as a GM? What do you want? How much money do you need? I think Jerry Jones is at that point, man. Look how old he is. He wants
But he can't ever stay out of his own way, though.
No, and that's the with them. Though,
I'll take a step back, but will he, though?
with them, it's intriguing because they have Dak, they have CD,
Yeah,
they have a good offensive line. If they go get a running back, which they could have had Derrick Henry, which is wild. That offense is very intriguing then. Especially you got a guy like Ben Johnson to go run that offense, and
You got CD in there.
yeah, that's
I mean, and then you got pieces. What was their little running back?
Dowdle.
And the other one, the Turpin or whatever.
Oh,
Like
the
they got-
speedster? Yeah, he's
Talk
got
about
J-Mo.
that's what I'm saying. You talk about Ben Johnson toys, like that's perfect for him. So, and does it get bigger than Dallas? You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it's a large market.
deep down. There's that Dion rumor floating around, and for entertainment's sake, and because it's
Love
not
that.
the team I cheer for,
I love it.
go ahead and
Please
hire
do it.
Dion. Just to be a fly on the wall and enjoy how terrible I think that would go. Nothing against Dion, but the situation, like Dion, Jerry Jones, Cowboys, it would be a fucking story. Like,
What a fucking
everyone's
media circus.
everyone's take on it though is for someone to challenge Jerry and say, "Hey, listen, this is what we need to do."
Yeah.
No one's done it.
Yeah.
Would Dion be that guy that's like, "Listen, Jerry, you're fucking old and you're senile."
He might try to be, and that's why he would have a job for 3/4 of the season. But
Yeah, unless they're winning.
yeah, and the Eagles and Commanders are in their division, and they're both trending much more positive
Yeah.
than them. So
Yeah.
the other, oh no, I was hearing as far as coach searches going, Wink Martindale's interviewing
I saw that too.
the Falcons and the Colts, and my take there is those two divisions. Really, if you can get, if I'm a Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn, and I can get into either of those two divisions, which is possible for the Saints. I don't know, Titans. So if you can get into those divisions, those are the most winnable divisions you got.
They both fired. Falcons and Colts fired their head coach.
Falcons, Colts fired the DCs.
Fire the DCs.
So that's what Wink Martindale's interviewing. But Saints obviously too. That's why Aaron Glenn head coach. But I think if you can get into that Falcons, Buccaneers, Panthers, Saints conference or division, that's up for the taking.
I mean, Panthers are on the up and up too.
And then what's
They were looking good.
strong.
They were looking
They're
good at the end of the year.
Yeah,
AFC,
Bryce Young looked like he had a pulse again. Like he found a
He
new.
looked like he was from Bama again.
Yeah.
and AFC what? The Texans, Titans, Colts, and
Jags.
Jags. Like that's
Jags
it.
got fired, right?
Yeah, Texans is Jags is up for Ben Johnson too. So
Jags, you got
Trevor Lawrence.
Sunshine,
yeah, and Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
stud.
Yeah, so that's not a bad place to be.
No.
But yeah, how's ownership in Duval land?
It's that
That
The
the guy's
defense
trying
divide,
to
it's
trying to
just
get out.
looking-
Yeah,
Con or something.
Con. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's probably the best situation as far as team.
But I'm just
innovation
saying.
goes.
So who would you be if you're him? Who are you waiting for though? Like if it's not those teams, who? Like what is it? Is he? Where's he from?
Andy Reid's got to retire one day.
Carolina.
I mean, I almost just feel like it's gonna be a situation. That
Pretty sure he's from North Carolina because that was
Oh, yeah,
that was
that's right.
big. That was
You're
big
right.
last year when he interviewed
Yeah.
for the Carolina
Yeah,
job.
you're right. Yeah, Steelers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're waiting for that to happen. Like, is there Ravens?
Maybe he just wants to be our OC forever.
I would love that.
Some guys just want to be coordinators, man. Some guys
Yeah.
don't want the spotlight.
Yeah, you can bring Saleh in to replace Aaron Glenn.
Holy shit, that would be
The
fucking.
two guys that were head coaches same year.
Yeah.
Saleh could get a job too, right? That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Good. I haven't heard much buzz.
What did I see?
I think the Jets been so bad.
Saw something with.
I mean, the Jets
Vrabel.
were yeah. Vrabel's gone.
Well, I saw him
Did he
taking
sign?
over. Yeah, he signed with the
Patriots. Yeah.
with the Patriots, but I saw like some Gronk was like, you need to call up Josh McDaniels right now.
Yeah.
To be your offensive coordinator.
I was joking. I thought Belichick brought a bunch of guys with him in North Carolina. I was kind of surprised that he didn't hear Josh McDaniels.
Josh
I
McDaniels,
thought so
yeah.
too. Yeah.
But just why not? I mean, it's comical for your career that's what you have to do to be relevant, but at the same time,
If you're
Why
good at it,
not?
if
Well,
you're good at it, you're good
Figure-
at it. You get paid millions to do it.
and honestly, while we're talking Josh McDaniels, like Ben Johnson has to see that, and like I like Ben Johnson more than Josh McDaniels, but he's the perfect example of a guy that was an awesome OC, as far as you know, but maybe not the greatest head coach. And also the other example is whether you're a good head coach or not. He took some shitty positions with shitty situations and shitty franchises that one or two of those, and you're never gonna get another chance again.
And
Ben
maybe
Johnson's young.
also head coach isn't just X and O's.
No, it's not. It's a leader of men,
And
which is
and
what we're seeing in Detroit.
you don't really hear Ben Johnson's not very vocal.
For all we know, he sees what Dan Campbell does day in, day out, and says,
Do I
"Man, that's not me
do
right
I
now."
need that or can I make 7-8 million as an O coordinator?
Yeah.
He's making 5 right now, right?
It's not even an insult either. It's just like
No,
maybe that's
man.
not what you want to
Hey,
do.
let's
Like,
just. But in the same time, it's like you're playing or not playing, but you're in a sport where you want to be that guy though.
Well,
There's got to be a fighter in you that wants to be
Well,
that
that's
coach.
so I coached. Kelly coached. Nothing in my brain ever said I want to be a head coach. I don't want to deal
Yeah.
with the day-to-day shit of being a head coach. I don't want to worry about certain shit that head coaches have to do. I want to do what I do. I want to take care of the offense, and I want to do what I'm good at.
But also, you're volunteering your time. to
Well,
where
it's not like
that
that,
is
but
his.
I'm just
you know what I
saying,
mean?
it's
That
like
is
some
his
guys
thing.
just don't want
Yeah.
to be the guy
I agree.
in front of the room.
Ultimately, there too, though, is like if we're talking money, bro, he's making a lot of money.
He's already
right?
said.
So
Right.
you can look at it the other side and say, okay, so if money's what's most important to you and your family and your lifestyle, what has more job security? Being the OC for the Lions for fucking 5 to 10 more years, or
You know,
taking a chance at head coach, making a little bit more money for 1 to 2 to 3 years, who knows, and then maybe being out of a job completely if it doesn't go well.
Then you're
Like,
moving 3 times.
So yeah, it's like
boom to boom to boom.
you got a lot to factor in, and ultimately it comes down to, I mean, what are your goals? What's your ego? And Ben Johnson seems like he's young. If he's a head coach one day, he's a head coach one day, but it's not something he has to be right now.
Nope.
His family's happy here.
Well, that's what he said. He says that in every interview. He's like,
Yeah.
guys, my family's happy in Detroit. I'm happy here.
I caught a clip
I'm
of.
not in a huge rush to get out of here.
So I saw you guys saw the Caleb Williams getting pranked.
Mhm.
Yes.
So he was on the St. Brown Brothers podcast, and they asked him about it. And kind of funny, Caleb actually reached out to Amon-Ra and said, "Hey, is this Ben Johnson's number? He's texting me saying that he's coming to Lions."
Oh
And
shit.
St. Brown's first response was, "Fuck out of here! He ain't going to Chicago." And then Caleb said, "No, for real. Like I'm trying to figure out if this is his number." St. Brown, and then Caleb says, and then Amon-Ra does what Amon-Ra does. He didn't respond like
respond.
a text. Amon-Ra says, "I was out to dinner."
Yeah. Of course.
20 minutes later, he goes, "I saw the text," and by then Caleb had already texted him back and said, "Never mind, I figured out we're good." He didn't tell Amon-Ra what happened, so then Amon-Ra says an hour later he sees on
He sees
Twitter,
the video.
and he's just like, "Oh shit!" So he reached out to Caleb like, "Dog, I'm sorry," like,
Yeah.
but my takeaway when I heard that was Caleb, or I think rather than even let it, get in his head as a possibility, the first response that he had for Caleb Williams was, "Fuck out of here, he ain't going to Chicago." Like,
Right.
and that to me, that's like, he probably, I mean,
He is an inkling. Like,
he ain't
yeah.
going. So, you've heard Goff too. Goff let something slip a couple of, about the future of Ben Johnson, and I'm like, and now the next take is if we win the Super Bowl. Is that the last thing on your bucket list? Is that the last thing that's like, okay, maybe? Who
Well,
knows?
if there's unfinished business, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I still think Aaron Glenn's gone.
I think so too.
Either
Me
way,
too. Well, he's been waiting. He's been longer.
he can't. When is his stock going to be higher than what it is right now?
Yeah.
Right. So he could say, "Hey, let's roll it back. We lost. We got unfinished business. I'm getting my whole defense back, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, let's go." But I just don't see that happening.
See.
We'll see.
All right. Well, anything else you want to touch on Lions?
Let's fucking go.
I think last touch on the coordinator thing, and it's the same with Michigan the last few years, is as fans we got to know that if teams constantly want your coordinators, it's because you're doing good things.
Correct.
It's good to be in that position because in years past, our coordinators are getting fired along with the coaches.
They weren't getting moved to other
Yeah,
spots.
like welcome to being a good team. We're gonna
Yeah.
play a lot of primetime games.
I think Spielman's done.
I've been hearing a lot of that.
I've done what I need to do. If someone else needs me,
Yeah.
What else does he have to do?
Well, you ain't getting around Brad Holmes. So
Right.
if you have ultimate goals to be a GM somewhere,
And again, he's earned that right.
But does he?
I don't know.
Does he need to go anywhere? This is his.
But that's again, if
Right.
he wants to, he's earned that right.
Right.
And that's where
I
as
agree.
Detroit fans, you got to understand, like, these guys have careers too. Like, we want them selfishly. I don't want them to go anywhere. But
I mean, talk about. I don't know if there's any Ohio State player that people that love Michigan like more than Spielman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's straight up Ohio State linebacker.
Yeah.
And he is beloved by Michigan fans.
Yep.
because of what he does for Lions.
I mean, even Decker jumps off sides as holding like fucking Buckeye piece of shit. Like, it just comes out.
Yeah.
It's the tattoo.
It could be.
It is the tattoo.
I don't know, but still, it comes out and you like, yeah, Decker's our guy. He's a Lion through and through. But I still say it. Fucking Buckeye. What are you doing?
A running joke I've had with some Michigan State fans too, and it goes back to all the little brother shit, is Michigan fans and Ohio State fans, when they get to be pros, and Michigan State players as well, I don't look at them as Michigan State
No.
player. I don't look at them as Ohio State. Obviously, I know, but it cracks me up when I hear some Michigan State people like still hating on Hutchinson. And shit.
Yep.
I'm like,
Come on, dude.
like his rookie year, like, oh my god, dude, and it just continued. But
Well, it's
in
like
general,
Chan. I got to bet with him if he had 10 sacks, he had to buy his jersey, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to do that." I'm like,
And now he loves him.
he had 9.5 sacks.
But now he loves him.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You can't. You just. It's
But
the
still,
city-
it's in the back of their mind. Like,
I get it.
would you put Hutch up in your basement? Why not? You know, he's
fucking put any? You play for the Lions, I'll put you up in my basement.
And also, there's not anyone from Michigan State you can think of.
Correct. Well, I don't fucking.
that's the end of the road.
But
They didn't sell Charles Rogers jerseys.
No, what I'm just saying, if Dobbins played for, if Dobbins played for the Lions, I'd love Dobbins.
Yeah.
Great running back.
when he stays healthy.
I was on Stroud's board. I like C.J. Stroud.
Stroud's a dog.
Yeah. But
But
you
I don't
like
root for
but
Houston.
he also never beat Michigan.
That's another reason that I have no ill will to.
That's exactly right. I mean, alright. Alright, well, we're going to get into something a little less sporty, more foodie. We're going to
It
do.
revolves around sports.
I'll swing it around. It is going to be your. I'm going to call it the big game party plate draft, meaning you are at a party. We are not outside. We are not tailgating.
It's too cold, guys. It's 16
Yeah.
degrees outside. We're not
We were
tailgating.
trying to game plan. It's like tailgate. I'm like, well, tailgate now or like tailgate back at the beginning of the season because those are two different foods that I want. So it's you're at a game, at a party. I'm sorry. What are we sitting down? What are you grabbing? What do you want on your plate?
Are we doing a draft?
And we're gonna do a draft.
Here we go. Josh is your number one pick.
I will let you do everything. You can shuffle it. There's a shuffle button.
Say you promise. Say you promise first.
Promise.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
How many choices are we going to be making?
Hi.
How many choices? Total.
4. Kelly's got the first pick. Okay.
First pick.
Does it go away? I don't know. This is a new website.
No, it didn't go away.
You can click it. Next to his name.
X me out.
Or next to his name.
There we go.
And
Green. Gross.
I couldn't change colors.
Okay, I got the second pick. Ha! Fuck you, Josh.
So, we're at a house party?
House party.
That could be your house.
Is
We-
it my house?
Sure, it could be your house. You don't have to make any of the food. It is what is your
Does it have to be food? Because I was going to go tequila
no
shots.
drinks is unlimited.
Tequila.
Drinks provided.
Drinks are provided.
Provided.
So you can't pick drinks?
No,
'Cause
drinks
I
are-
was going to go back to back to back to back.
Just like
Just fucking 4 to the head.
Hey.
Okay, fine. I'm going to go pizza.
Alright, can't go wrong. Wings.
Those are the top 2.
Yeah, I'm smoking those things.
yeah, of course you are.
I'll smoke my pizza.
I'm actually when I'm in game mode, I don't want something heavy. I just want to snack on stuff. So I'm gonna go like a buffalo chicken dip, something I can snack on, and I'd probably go with like I don't know if you call it a nacho, chips and cheese, just something just snack. Snacky stuff.
That's fine, you fucking prick. You took the 2 next good ones.
So I'm gonna go nacho and
I just fucked your camera.
buffalo chicken. Sounds still
F
good.
your camera. Okay. Wings, pizza. Let's see.
Oh, got it.
Catch of the year. If you guys aren't watching, Josh just threw his computer at me.
Got it with the pinky.
And 2, never mind.
Strong pinky.
Ping pong. What am I going? I'm just gonna go simple because I'm like you. Like if I eat heavy, I feel like shit, and then I'm just sitting there watching.
My thing too is if it's a Lions game or not a Lions game is completely two different foods.
Yeah,
It's also
no.
I don't even know if I eat during the game.
Right.
I'm like
Not
I said,
during.
I might walk up to the buffalo chicken dip and grab a bite.
Yeah.
And then pace around.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. So I'm gonna go healthy, veggie tray. Gay. Guess we'll be.
Sorry, that was
It happens. It's
It
alright.
happens.
Sorry to any listeners.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I never said there was. It's just,
Prick.
It's just how it goes.
Go ahead,
Well,
man.
that was your choice?
Yeah, that was my choice.
I'm still full from the pizza. I'm still full from the pizza, and honestly, I regret my choice because I'm full. You're right. Like you can't go heavy with step one because now we're all
See, if you're not used to being the first pick, it's tough being up there, isn't it?
tequila.
You're not gonna get drunk now. You're eating pizza.
Yeah, you ate bread, you idiot.
Well, I'm gonna have because I got pizza. I'm gonna have some cheese bread with it.
Okay.
That's gonna be one of the sides, and then
You're definitely not
loaded.
getting. You're definitely not getting drunk.
I'm gonna have some like
He's so out of his game right now.
antipasta salad.
Going all pizza. I love it. I love it.
I'm just doing my order from the pizza place.
Yeah, right.
All right, so Kelly got Jets.
Next up, I'm gonna give me damn chocolate chip.
Kelly ordered Jets on his way
Yeah,
to
to the game.
To the game. All right, wings. Got some veggies in there. Fuck, cheese bread sounds good.
I see the wheels turning in your head.
Hmm.
Don't say what he wants. Don't say what he wants.
All right, well, if we're at my house and it's a big game like we're gonna do for Super Bowl Sunday, because I'm not spending $7,000 to go.
Bourbon.
Oh, that's on deck. There's.
I told you,
Speaking of bourbon,
alcohol is
I
provided.
didn't realize an entire bottle of Basil Hayden actually did disappear.
It did. It did.
So, we are gonna go with ribs. Smoked ribs, smoked wings.
It's great.
We're
They're
dialed,
all handhelds.
we're dialed in.
I like it. I got buffalo chicken dip right now. I got nachos. I don't know if I want to continue down the chip. I could go,
Let's say
a couple more things.
Corner the whole market.
Corner,
Over there.
just get all the chips right. I got the back to back. I'm probably gonna take like a brownie of some kind.
Ew, mother.
Again, walk up and just snack on
All
that.
right, little brownie.
Something sweet.
Little brownie.
And I needed something a little bit more girthy. I'll probably go with like the crock pot meatballs. You know
Oh,
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Everyone's got some sort of it.
fuck yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
give me some meatballs. I got some chip and dip. You know, let's roll buffalo chicken dip and some brownies. I'm in. All snacky.
So we're watching it. Griff comes over. Obviously, every fucking game if I don't go to it. This guy shows up with Cinnabon, and I was so mad. I'm like, what are you doing?
How good were they?
Oh my god, I'm going with Cinnabon. That's my last one because I think something sweet. It was incredible because he came with a Cinnabon, and then he came with these little like donut bites that had cream to dip it in. Holy fuck! I'm like,
Was it like a chocolate cream?
no, it was.
So it's white cream.
Well, it had both. Had both. Had both. We don't discriminate. Don't discriminate. No discrimination. Both creams. They were fantastic.
Where did I just see that? Oh, at Applebee's.
They were so fucking good. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a little sweet. I'll go with Cinnabon.
I'm gonna finish it up with the chocolate chip, but like I said, it's gonna be the pizza one,
You got the whole
the
thing.
full size one.
Yeah, right,
Kind of
right.
pieces.
And Callie has zero.
Kelly's going to Jets.
And he has no buzz whatsoever.
Can you tell that I'm single and ordering out?
This guy has no buzz at all.
Oh, that's where
Buzz will be there.
that's where we're wrong. I'll still.
I didn't say when you had to eat this food.
I'm just saying.
I'll just.
If I eat that,
He's going to eat all that and then drink.
Yes.
There's zero chance I'm catching it. You know how long it's gonna take to get drunk?
There's a will.
I know there's a will. I've seen it.
I've also eat that much food at your house before and still got drunk, so
It's true.
it's possible.
It's true.
That's true. Alright, that was fun. Good time.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
And if you guys, couldn't think of something to make for a game, now you have something.
You're welcome.
How much time we got? I forgot we got over under.
Game time.
Let's roll through that.
Over unders.
Yeah.
All right.
Over unders didn't do it last week. We are gonna do it this week.
Put their back.
We're gonna fly through these babies. I got first one up is Jared Goff plus 275.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Under,
I know. Fuck.
just because I think we have a lot of success running. as well.
I do too. Yeah, under.
Take it under as well.
I just hope our defense doesn't force us to have to go.
Correct.
Commanders final score or Cade's points.
Cade's points.
I don't remember what game
Doesn't
it was.
matter. Cade's points.
I will let you guys know.
Could be close.
I don't care. Doesn't matter. Cade's points.
I'm gonna go too because fuck Commanders. Red Wings goals. Good. Sorry. Goalie saves or Daniels pass attempts.
Daniel pass attempts.
Daniel's pass attempts.
I don't like that we're on the same here.
I don't either.
It's not a copy.
I'm gonna go with it. I already have mine written down. Correct.
Don't you have to catch up?
No. Gibbs, rushing yards, or Robinson's rushing
Gibbs.
yards?
Gibbs is gonna triple him. Maybe quadruple.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Probably you're more challenging than
That dude ain't even get on the backfield.
St. Brown, receiving yards, or Scary Terry, receiving yards?
Same problem. Although I think, obviously he's a good receiver there, Scary Terry. But
I think St. Brown too, but I'll be different on something. Give me more.
I will never take him again. He fucked me in my fantasy championship game and got me 1 point. So fuck Terry, another fucking Buckeye. J-Mo receiving yards, or Pistons final score?
Pistons final. I hope so. That'll be a.
If you're going J-Mo, I hope you went golf over.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just making sure.
No, I did. I went under. J-Mo, 125. Easy. We're good.
Okay.
And they're going to run the ball.
Okay. So St. Brown's not gonna do anything. Got it.
No, he's just going to score more than Terry.
St.
Okay.
Brown, Laporta,
Okay.
Laporta catches
everyone.
versus Tobias's rebounds.
What was the first one?
Laporta's catches.
Laporta's been on a tear right now. Didn't he have like back-to-back like 7 and 9?
Shut up, my eye. Tobias. You trying to fucking bait me into taking Laporta?
No, I was thinking out loud. Tobias.
Taking Sammy.
You would.
Jesus, you just said we were going
Don't worry
under.
about it. Don't worry
We're
about
going under, and we're.
Don't worry about my strategies, okay?
All right, man.
Lions sack versus Red Wings final scores. Goals.
Red Wings goals.
Yeah.
They've been hot.
Red Wings.
They've been hot.
It'd be hard to get G.
7-8. It's a lot. Good wins there.
I bet on one of those 8. Sweet. Guess which one it was.
That sucks.
Last night, fuckers.
Oh.
Monty's rushing yards. Over 50.
Under.
Under.
I think he's probably right around it.
That's the goal. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I think it's under. but
I did not pick this one. I'm going to have to take over just because the fact that they're being down so much.
Jesus Christ, what are we going for 500 yards? I hope so.
Yeah, we're going to run the fuck out of the ball.
And J-Mo.
Last one.
The only catches.
Total punts in game. Over 3.5.
Over. 4.
Yeah, I think a 4 will be the number.
What if they get 3.5? Would I get double points?
If they have 3.5 points, yes.
3.5 points.
You can have quadruple.
I'm the only person to ever get double points in this
It is,
game.
this is. So that's total punts total punts between both teams.
Total points?
Punts.
Punts?
You took what?
Points.
Over?
Over.
Should be a lot different. What if I put the line at 4.5? How do you feel about that one?
I think it's going to be 4 points.
Under?
Under.
Let's change it to 4.5 then. That's more fun.
Alright, you prick.
Why?
Under. I love jamming the overs.
So you're doing under now?
Yeah, I'm going under 4.5.
Okay.
It's going to be 4 punts.
I'm
And
going.
Washington's going to have all of them.
I'm gonna go over there.
Jesus. After 4, they're going to be losing.
Total punts between both teams.
Detroit ain't punting.
Neither team punts. Alright, that's all I got. That'll be fun.
Alright. Are we on the picks?
No picks.
Oh, hey, we're on the picks. Good news.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Good news. We all sucked last week. We were all 3 and 5.
Our best.
Josh and I.
Over 500. That's not sucking.
3 and 5.
We were 3 and 5. We were under
Oh,
500.
that's not 3, 4, 5.
No, we sucked. Josh and I got Notre Dame.
Yeah.
We all got Texas wrong. We all got the Chargers wrong. We all got Baltimore right. I got Denver wrong. You guys took Buffalo. We all got Green Bay wrong. Callie got Washington right, and I got LA right. So let's move on from that shitty week. Oh, the totals. Sorry, totals. I am 58-37. You guys are both 55-40. Bringing us to Houston at Kansas City, 8.5.
Houston. We have a problem. I'm still taking
Like, so you go Chiefs?
No, I'm going Houston as well. I think the Chiefs win.
Chiefs haven't won by
But,
more than a
yeah, I was
touchdown
gonna
all
say, and they
season.
don't win by more than a touchdown.
Playoff Chiefs have not played yet this year.
Ooh,
Baltimore going to Buffalo, and
Game of the week.
Buffalo +1.
Just pick them.
Pick 'em. I'm going Buffalo. Josh Allen is so fucking.
Fuck, man.
This game's tough.
I hope they take each other out. I'm gonna ride my boy Derrick Henry, man. Give me Baltimore.
Oh,
It's the year of the Ravens.
Hope Zay Flowers is back.
No, it's not. It's your line. Shut up.
Well, in the AFC.
Shut up.
Who's gonna get over that?
And then we have LA. LA going to Philly. LA is a 6-point dog. Matthew Stafford looks pretty good right now. So does that Rams defense.
Give me the Rams
Yeah, I'm going Rams.
with the points. They might fuck around and win it.
They may fuck around and win it.
I
'cause
think
the
they could.
Eagles' offense.
I
is
mean,
good.
if we had to pick a
Bad.
dog this week, it would be the Rams.
Yeah.
But I just want the Eagles to win so bad.
The NFL storyline would love LA to come to Detroit.
They've done it so much though.
All right, let's jump over
Started
to
the year with it. We don't need to.
Yeah, let's jump over to the game that we're not excited about. Ohio State playing Notre Dame in the national championship. Ohio State is 9.5-point favorites. I don't think that's enough. If I'm being honest. I'm going Ohio State, and I don't. It pains me to say that.
I'm not thinking about it.
You're gonna pass.
Just give me a 0 for this one.
I'm not going to do that.
Can't do
Part
it.
of the game is picking, even when we don't want to.
Well, if the game finishes 0-0, Notre Dame wins, so give me Notre Dame.
Okay.
It's too much points. Ryan Day's gonna try to swing it around in it.
I hope he tries to sling it around and not be a dumb dick. And then, rounding out our picks, you all know what's left. Washington Commanders are coming here to Detroit to play your Lions. The Lions favored by 9.5.
Mine by 10.
Lions by 14.
Yeah. 14-17.
I thought
But they're gonna win by.
I
14 to
Dan
17.
said Dan bet the Lions.
Who?
Dan.
Oh, Dan Campbell always best Lions.
That's not himself.
When Dan Campbell comes in the room, Chuck Norris hides. In case you guys were curious. So that's going to be it. Yeah, we only have 5 games today. I didn't feel like looking into the Pistons or Red Wings. So
He's gonna get our wrap up.
Kelly's going to wrap us up with the
Dog and lock.
Locks and
Yep.
dogs.
Wrapping up the dog and locks for the season because there aren't enough football games to choose them on anymore. So all 3 of us last week went 1-1. The final standings. Me and Josh tied at 10-10. Duff 9-11. We're all right there, all very close. So we'll see where that picks back up, but very close.
Good
That's it.
shit. That's all we got, baby.
Oh, that's it. Hey, if you're still listening, we appreciate you as always. I hope everybody enjoys the weekend. We hope that you are doing one thing and one thing only Saturday night at 8 p.m. Whether you're going downtown or you're watching it at home, have your fucking gear on. Be locked in. Let's fucking
Forward
go.
down the
And as
field.
always, go blue. Forward
Give me
down the
balloons.
field.
Give me balloons.
Go Lions. See y'all.
See ya.
Comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. E-double-L, I said so, I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty.